Welcome to RedZone RoundUp, hosted by yours truly, Bryce Fry, along with my friend, old college roommate, and co-host, Isaiah Santos.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man? Let's get it going, baby.
Yes, sir. Here at the RedZone RoundUp, we'll be your go-to weekly coverage throughout the entire 2023 NFL season. So go ahead, give the boys a follow at RedZone RoundUp, and we'll be here every week. So we got 4 quarters of action for you, 7 minutes each. Let's get to it. While we have you here, have you ever been interested in getting some new shoes? Well, we have the perfect solution. ColdKicks.com. They got the coldest kicks on the market. Super dope guy, super easy to work with, good deals. He even gives giveaways each month.
That's right, man. I love myself some Jordan 1s. Personally, my favorite, Jordan 3s. You got to get them. They got all kinds of shoes, Jordans, dunks, shirts, hats, you name it, they got it, man. Get your fashion up.
Yes, sir. ColdKicks.com. You said dunks. I even got some dunks from Cold Kicks. Hey,
Straight up.
One time for the one time. ColdKicks.com. Check them out.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the first quarter of action, everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about some surprises and upsets throughout the first week of action. There's a little bit of good, and I feel like a lot of bad. What'd you see out there this weekend?
Oh, man. Obviously, we got to start off with the first game of the season. I told y'all from the go I was on the Lions train. So for them to come out there and shock the nation, yeah, sure, Travis Kelce was out, but shout out to the Lions. They did their thing. And then I just want to bring it back to the last game, Monday night, the Jets versus the Bills. Shout out to Jordan Whitehead. 3 interceptions. Get this.
Hey, man.
He needed 3 interceptions in 2023 to get $250,000 in his incentives. So he did it. He did it week 1, game 1. Got just like that.
Hey,
$250,000.
Damn.
So shout out to Jordan Whitehead getting his bread.
Hey,
man. That's what's up.
Give that a shout out. That's solid. Hey,
yeah. Shout out Josh Allen. Shout out Josh Allen.
Shout out my boy Josh Allen. He's just helping him get the bag early.
Everybody helps everybody. Everybody loves everybody.
Hey, everybody ELE, baby.
Yeah, no, on the upset side, though, I just say the Cowboys, the Giants, man. The Cowboys, gave the Giants a good old-fashioned ass whooping. So
they did. I was
a little upset, Saquon Barkley holding out, a little drama at the beginning of the season. And,
yeah, but he's back. He's back.
He's playing.
He wasn't back, but he was back.
Yeah, he was
there.
He was on his back.
He was collecting a check. But
yeah, no, he got it then. As well as the Bengals. The Bengals were a little shaky though, but it could be a bad weather game. You never know, man. First game jitters.
Terrible weather, first week. That's why I'm hanging my hat on the Josh Allen thing.
Yeah. What you got for us though, Bryce, man? What you thinking, man? What happened for you?
Like I said, man, I feel like a little bit of good and a lot of bad. I feel like it was a super slow weekend. I feel like the Sunday, because my Bills didn't play till Monday. So I'm really just on the fantasy app, that kind of thing, pulling up the 4 screens, feeling like I'm in college.
Fantasy football.
But, so I'm checking out all the games and really nothing was insanely like a wow game. Like, I mean, there was a couple good matchups, obviously, but pretty slow week 1. Surprises, I had the Detroit Lions taking on Kansas City and beating them by 1 point. That was a pretty solid win. I will say they don't have their main guy. They don't have Travis Kelce. They didn't have him. So,
that's tough.
That is tough. And do I think that would have played a different, played a factor in this game? Yeah, I do. But, it is what it is. And, they're 1-0. So next, I actually got Tampa Bay. They actually looked pretty good against the Vikings. Baker had a solid game, went 21 for 34, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
shout out Baker.
Dude was running his mouth out there, and he deserved it. He was looking good. You love to see it. We love a good Baker, right? And then 49ers mollywhopping the Steelers. That was a brutal game. It was a brutal game. Big Najee Harris guy didn't get what he wanted.
He's on my fantasy team.
Yikes. Yeah, he's on one of mine as well. And Christian McCaffrey at 22 carries, 152 yards and a tutty. So solid day for him.
Yeah,
And
back to his
then
normal self.
yeah, and then last surprise I got, like you said, the Cowboys just destroying the New York Football Giants. So
It wasn't even fun to watch.
wasn't even fun to watch. Didn't even scrape a point together, man. And I actually will go on record saying that I had a lot of faith in the Giants, man. I thought, they got a lot of Bills organization in there. They got Joe Sheen running the joint. They got Brian
Makes a little
Daboll.
sense now.
They got Daboll coaching, who's great offensive mind.
Yeah, he's
So
good.
I was thinking he was going to help Daniel Jones, and they got Isaiah Hodgins. They got Saquon obviously back in the saddle. So I mean, I thought they were going to be a little better, and then you can say, oh, well, it was pouring, terrible weather. Well, the Cowboys put up a 40 spot in that terrible weather.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing as kind of the Bengals. Bengals got whooped by the Browns, and that was terrible weather. But I mean, they put up double-digit points. I mean, and Joey B just got that bag too.
Yeah,
the biggest bag.
75.
The biggest bag.
The biggest.
So it's like
the biggest.
This man literally
82 yards.
Week 1. But hey, it is what it is, because
it happens.
I can't talk any mess, because in my upsets, obviously my squad is in that. I got 3 teams that were major upsets to me. I had the Giants, I had the Seattle Seahawks. I had high aspirations for them. I thought that they would do pretty good in that division, which they still could. Obviously, it's week 1, so can't overreact, underreact. Kind of got to stay in the middle with week 1, knocking the rust off. Geno Smith, DK, they got a good solid squad over there. Like,
but that wasn't though, man.
But that was an upset. They did not look good, and the Rams did. I guess the Rams did look. They look pretty good. Matthew Stafford is just, he's doing his thing like he does every season. He's coming out solid. So, right. So I mean, he's what he's coming with. So, but then the last upset of the weekend, last game of the week is my Buffalo Bills, man. It was my Buffalo Bills. And when it comes to what
they tried
everything. They didn't try very well. They might have tried. They showed up. They suited up. They showed up. They suited up. But I don't know if they were there. I don't know if Josh Allen was there. He's got this new, he's dating Spider-Woman or whatever, Marvel girl, and and he's Madden cover, and I don't know, man.
Flying around on the field.
Week 1. Not gonna overreact, but it's one of those things. It's like at some point we gotta figure out what's going on, because that is not what we can be okay with. And
I can live with it.
You can live with that, but Patriots are technically still last in the divvy, so I mean,
shout out to them though. Mac Jones.
Yeah, McCorkle Jones.
3 touchdowns, 1 interception, but it was a tip ball. What can we do about that?
Fortunately, I can't hate, man. I got the rough end of it this week. But anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this quarter up. That's quarter 1 action for you. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back with second quarter action. Isaiah, let's go over a little week 1 divisional standings. It was a little crazy week, like we were just talking about. As you know,
crazy.
A lot of upsets. Like I said, not a great week, but
didn't picture some of these numbers.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting to look at. The AFC East is brutal. I hate looking at that. That's disgusting. But as you can see, Jets are squeezing their way up to 1 for now. Obviously, 1 game in the books. Can't judge this as if this is even close to how the picture will look at the end of the season. But it is brutal to look at for me. You got the Jets, Dolphins,
down bad,
and the AFC East down really bad, man. Down really, really bad. AFC North, we actually got the Cleveland Browns, which was actually kind of one of my big surprises. That was interesting watching the Bengals just debacle because I actually, unfortunately for me, have Joe Burrow in literally all of my leagues. So
Or
I think he got
chat.
like, I think he got what, 3 points, 4 points, 5 if I was
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so yeah, it was pretty rough. But the Ravens actually looked all right. They're gonna be good. I think they got a solid squad. I think OBJ actually might be pretty solid with Lamar
Oh yeah, we need
Jackson.
more from him. We need
No,
more
yeah, we
from him,
do.
man.
He's gonna get more production. I
Yeah.
think as well throughout the season. He's gonna be big time for them. And then followed by Joey B and the Steelers. So that'll probably shake out a little different if I'm a guessing man, and I am. I'm a betting man. Love it. So might be placing a couple dollars on them Bengals uh, taking that division because that might juice up the odds a little bit them being down. So
Yeah.
you never know. But AFC South, we got the Jaguars leading it with the Colts following and the Texans and Titans. That
Could have
one
saw
pretty
that
interesting
coming.
as well. They did not do very solid, as you can see. So that division, and really, we only had two super dominant divisions. It's going to be your NFC East, and that's going to be your NFC South. So those are your only two divisions that kind of were the heavyweights of Week 1. AFC West down there in the bottom, as you can see, Kansas City Chiefs had they got upset, so they're gonna start Week 2 at the bottom of that division. But like I said about the Bengals, I think they're gonna wake up and make their way back up to the top. And then that NFC West down there in the bottom, that's probably that's probably the next one. I was surprised how that's shaken up. Like I said, Seahawks were a major upset. Thought they were going to be up in the top of that division. Obviously,
Poor
you did.
performance.
You're a 49ers guy, huh?
We saw that happen. We saw the 49. Hey, they might do it undefeated.
Yeah,
They,
Brock Purdy
they were cold, man.
undefeated. Brock Purdy undefeated. Brock Purdy goes undefeated in year 2. I think that would be literally legendary.
Anything's
I mean,
possible.
no, it would be legendary, obviously, but that's literally impossible. I'd bet everything against that. I hope you take that
Might
bet
win that
though.
one. You might
Hope you
win
take
that
that
bet.
bet. That'd be awesome. Good luck to you on that one. Um, yeah, and then that's kind of what I got. That's kind of my comments on kind of what we're looking at here. What you got? I mean, you see anything crazy? Kind of,
Yeah, the NFC North Vikings. They lost to the Buccaneers at home. Was kind of disappointing to watch.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was
Kirk
odd. And I'm a
Cousins.
Justin Jefferson guy too, man.
Yeah,
Like
Kirk.
who had a good
He
game.
knocked that guy. He knocked that shit out of that guy
He did, but
when
he also
when
did have a
Kirk
solid
threw the
game.
interception. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He had over 150 yards in the game.
And they got that
Didn't score a
Jordan Addison
touchdown.
too. I like Jordan Addison. They
Jordan
got a good
Addison's
squad. They
good.
just,
Yeah.
that was an upset.
So yeah, it was hard to see them go, but hopefully things will get better. I mean, Week 2 will be better. I think also the 49ers, running into the Steelers, I thought it would have been a better matchup for the Steelers, but some about the Steelers with Kenny Pickett just not getting it going with their offense. But they're losing people. Deontay Johnson just hurt himself.
Man.
But get this, I heard Antonio Brown, he's reaching back out to the Steelers to get back in the game. So
Man,
anything's possible, I would like to say.
I would not like to see that guy in another football uniform.
Yeah, no, it's tough. He had
Because
a
we
terrible
all know
exit.
that man's probably just gonna be yanking it off. So
Yeah, he had a terrible exit in the league.
Man, those Steelers, they did surprise me. I was thinking they were gonna be pretty
Right?
solid. Kenny Pickett,
Especially
George
on
Pickens,
defense.
Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, obviously, in defense. Yeah, I mean,
I thought they were
TJ
better.
Watt
He's back.
I'm a big Minka Fitzpatrick guy too. So I mean,
it was weird.
But
but
that's kind of what I'm circling back to with my Bills. It's week 1
Week
rust.
1.
Week 1
That's all we can
rust.
say. They didn't
week
play
one
much in the
rest,
preseason altogether.
Hey, I can tell you
Not
what,
4 quarters.
0-2 looks a lot worse than 0-1. So I'll take a 1-1. So the Bills play the Raiders next week. So I don't know who the 49ers guy. I can't
Defeated.
remember off the top of my head, but the
The
Bills
49ers are playing the Rams. Yeah.
49ers got the Rams. Ooh.
Yeah,
Well,
divisional game.
see, that's gonna be a tough game week 2. Our game, I mean, the Raiders won. They're the only team in their division that won. So
Wow.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Jimmy
You gotta watch out, man. It's an undefeated team. That's an undefeated team, man. You gotta watch out.
Yeah, you do. Jimmy Drop Top, man. He's so
Yeah.
handsome. You never know what he's gonna do
Watch
out
out
there.
for Jacoby Myers. He put some
Yeah, he might
numbers.
throw backwards 40 yards. But
Yeah. Oh, damn.
yeah,
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What
I know
a
you remember that.
what a way to leave the Patriots too.
Yeah, definitely left his mark. That's for sure.
What a way to leave them.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, yeah. Well, we got the Raiders next week. Like I said, hopefully that's our turnaround week because, man, do we need it? But
bad, real bad.
But that's gonna be your divisional standings after week 1. Let's see what week 2's got. All right, guys and gals, welcome back. Third quarter action. Let's get into it, Isaiah. We got top storylines, offensive and defensive standouts of the week, and some fantasy football. A lot of different stuff going on. Fantasy football wasn't too good to me. Never is. I think I like to think of it as a charity to my friends because
you're blessing us.
It's for the fun, It's for the fun. And I never get it back.
Of the game. Yeah. Absolutely. But I'm going to start off with the triple S. Steelers still struggling.
Still struggling.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but Trent Williams, one of the tackles for the 49ers, he said he felt bad for the Steelers because, every time it kept calling a 3 and out. He had to keep going back out to the field and keep playing. So he was a little winded by playing so much. And Steelers just not keeping up. So, they just lost Deontay Johnson out for a few weeks, hamstring injury. So,
man, speaking of fantasy, got him.
Yeah, of course. But another storyline is the Rams. We got Cooper Kupp, the bread and butter of the Rams offense. He's out. So they got some new guys stepping in. We got Tutu Atwell, and I might say his name wrong, but don't kill me. But it's Puka Nacua. Both of them put up 119 yards.
You had a better chance than me. So.
119 yards
solid,
each.
though.
10 catches for Puka.
Solid. Seen some. Sorry, no disrespect, but some no-name guys kind of coming out.
Yeah.
Getting some.
You got to next man up, man. That's the mentality.
You get that PT. You gotta get some good action on film.
Yeah, for sure. And then on the fantasy football side, I saw, there's a few too many players that put up straight milk duds, zeros, fat nothing up. We had Dallas Goedert,
plenty of them.
Drake London. They both had one target the whole game. Didn't even catch the ball, 0 points. And then you had T. Higgins, who had the ball thrown to him 8 times and absolutely nothing. It's just sad day for them, sad day for the Bengals. Joe Burrow, 3.18 fantasy points. Just it was tough. Lamar Jackson was bad. He didn't really produce too much, but they still won. So that's really all that matters. But
fantasy bad.
It was just bad. But who really had a good game? Of course, the cheetah himself.
Man, I know, and I hate
Tyreek Hill, man.
That's gonna be a problem all year.
Over 40 points. It's just crazy. 200 yards in their game. It's crazy.
And I've just been kind of low key waiting on him to fizzle away. Just
fizzle, but no, bro. He keeps going nonstop. Route after route.
Man, this dude.
That was a good game too. That was a good game.
It was a good game. I had the Chargers last week, or I had the Chargers winning that, and it was a solid game though. It was solid. It was at least we had a couple games like that at least because that helped save some of the doozies that we watched.
Yeah. Another people had some good games. There's Atlanta running backs, coming into the season. I really didn't know how this was going to work out. I didn't know Tyler Algier was going to play a major part in the offense. You know, he had 2 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson, he actually did pretty good. He had a touchdown, a receiving touchdown. And then that play when he like hit the back juke and the guy just slid right in front of him and then ran 2 guys tried to tackle him. I mean, that was a clean way to have your first, NFL touchdown. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm a Bijan guy. I hope he keeps doing well over there. So that's gonna be interesting to watch throughout the season. What I got for some offensive standouts, I'm gonna go with, like you had just mentioned about Tyreek. I got to give his quarterback a shout out. 28 of 45, 466 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had an interception and a fumble, but man, those are solid week 1 away stats. Those are solid. And
across the country.
I'll be the first one to admit it. I was a hater on Tua, always have been, kind of still am. I'm not like completely off that, but I'll give him his flowers. He did good week 1, looked solid out there, played against a hell of a team, a good pass rush. I like Khalil Mack, so I kind of was expecting a little. I guess I was expecting them to kind of slow down Tua and Tyreek and Jalen Waddle and them a little bit more than they did, but that goes to show you how explosive they are. I mean, you got a good defense. You got Derwin James back there. You got good dudes on that defense, and man, they shred them. So a lot of speed though. Those are my 2 main big shout outs. McCaffrey, the 22 carries, 152 yards.
Shout him out, man.
Man, it looked solid. Breece Hall tore my team up. Did he not look
was
solid?
Nice. And he was a little winded in that long run, but
well, damn, it was 98 yards. I mean,
every other time he was gone.
I mean, geez, dude, I'm gonna be winded too. I'm gonna make it halfway and can't, breathe. Anyways, but yeah, he had 10 carries, 127 yards. Dude was a menace, tore us up, made us look childish. We were coming into this week a top 3, top 5 defense. Completely busted that theory. So I don't know where we land with that. Justin Jefferson, 9 catches, 150 yards. He was a little not happy on the sideline. I'm sure you saw. But it's what happens when you lose. I mean, dude's a winner. Can't blame him. I'm not a hater on Stephon Diggs. I like players like that. Go ahead, show your emotion. You're a winner. You want to win? It's okay. You put up yards like that. You put up 150 yards. You can be a little pissed off, like on my team. You know what I mean?
You got the right.
Yeah. Defensive standouts. I got Bobby Wagner, who led week 1, currently leads in tackles. He had 9 solo, but 19 total tackles. Dude was
Bobby
crazy.
Wagner.
Bobby Wagner back with Seattle. Left, came back, tearing it up. This man looked like the old Bobby Wagner too, the Legion of Boom. DJ Reed for the New York Jets against us, 10 solo tackles, 11 total, and along with his cornerback that you mentioned earlier, Jordan Whitehead, 3 interceptions. Two players. Yeah, man, 2 players on the same defense that tore us up. They were not the only ones. You're talking about Quinnen Williams, CJ Mosley, Quincy Williams, Quinnen's brother. Dudes were flying all over the place. They smacked us. They were ready to play.
A fun game.
Bills weren't. It wasn't very fun to watch. I don't know.
What do you think about that? The kick punt return. Is that a tripping call or not?
No, man. I'm not gonna be on that. I'm not gonna be on that.
They would have kicked the field
we
goal,
lost,
right?
man. We lost. They would have kicked the field goal either way. Man, here's the thing. Overtime, you get the ball first. You got to score. You don't score, you're basically SOL. I mean, because it's the National Football League. You got offenses that can produce points easy, man. You get the ball first in overtime, you got to at least scrape a field goal. You can't scrape a single point. You punt the ball doesn't even hardly get past the 50. In my mind, in overtime, if you get past the 50, game's over. Because they're just going to at least try to chip away, get 10, 15, 20 more yards, obviously get a little closer. kick a field goal, it's over. I mean, so it's just like I'm not going to complain about a tripping call when, regardless, that was ridiculous. That
It
was
was a nice
ridiculous.
return.
It was a great return. It was ridiculous on our end, I guess is what I'm saying, and it was insane. They completely broke down. I actually watched Emmanuel Acho completely break down that special.
Everybody.
He broke down that whole play, and it was incredible to watch. It was
I
embarrassing
bet,
and
man.
incredible.
That play single-handedly won me my fantasy game. So shout out.
Did it?
Yeah,
Hey,
because someone had the Bills head coach, and that -5,
oh,
and that -5 came in
yeah.
clutch.
Hey, I hit that -5. I had the Chiefs. I thought I was slick, steal
Uh,
Andy Reid from everybody.
yeah.
But it don't work out like that sometimes. But that's gonna be it for third quarter. We'll catch you in a second. All right, we're back, everybody. Hold up your fours. Fourth quarter. Let's get it going. Week 2 matchups. What you got, Isaiah?
All right. Obviously, we got to start it off with Thursday night football. Everyone always, not everyone, but majority of people, they always say that Thursday night games aren't always the funnest, but you got the Vikings visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. So, I think Justin Jefferson was going to have a nice little matchup with that secondary. It'll be good. It'll be a good little matchup, I think. I do think the Jets, not the Jets, I'm sorry, Jettas. I think he will have another 150 plus game, maybe a couple touchdowns this time. I really do think
Yeah.
he's going to put some numbers up. So it's Thursday.
I think with that unhappiness, they're gonna make him happy this week. I think that's gonna be a tough matchup though. Them eggs are nice.
And eggs are nice, but I think the Patriots could have got him last week, but that's a different story. But moving on to that,
I think you and Dave Portnoy might be the only people that think that. But.
I mean, they lost 25-20, and then they had an interception off a tip ball for a touchdown. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, but like I said, that's for a different day. Moving forward, we got the Ravens at the Bengals. I think with the Ravens winning against the Texans, not the best teams, but they won, but in a shaky fashion. But Mark Andrews, hopefully he's returning, so it'll be good. And we'll just see how that 5-year, $275 million man, Mr. Shiesty himself, shows up. Hopefully, a little better weather for the boys. But we got the Chiefs and the Jags. I think the Chiefs got to bounce back. Patrick Mahomes can't lose 2 in a row. Ain't no way that's gonna happen. But at the same time, the Jags got that speed, man.
Man, Zay Jones, old Buffalo man, didn't do anything for us, but man, he looked nice.
Travis Etienne.
He probably had the best touchdown of the weekend, honestly. Zay Jones, it was nice.
We'll give him that award just because Bryce wants it. Yeah, we'll give him that. But then we got the 49ers, the Rams. How good are the 49ers? Are they really that dominant, or was the Steelers just that bad? And then the Rams, you got these new players showing up. How will they do? We got a different little situation in the backfield. Who's the starting running back? So we'll see. You can't really run the ball too much on the 49ers, though.
Yeah.
After that, my last game, I'd say probably the Jets at the Cowboys. No Aaron, gone for the season. Cowboys defense is ferocious. And then Zach Wilson, he turns the ball over a lot. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's true.
What about you?
I think that first game of the weekend, like you were talking about, is going to be pretty solid. I think that'll be a pretty exciting game to get the week going. Like you said, JJ, I think him and Jordan Addison are both going to have solid games again. But that Philly defense is different, so they're pretty tough. I mean, the secondary.
I gave up 300 yards to Mac Jones, so.
They had a week 1.
Are you telling me Mac Jones is really like that?
I'm not saying that.
I might agree with you on that.
I don't know. I did not say that. It did not come out of my mouth. But the eggs, they're nice. That's gonna be a tough matchup. I assume they'll get back, to their old ways. Yeah. And then I think the Bills are going to be back on track. I think we'll be all right. We'll be getting back, settled down with our normal 12 o'clock game. Nobody's going to be watching. Get the national attention off us, man. We don't need that. We
That
need to
sometimes
collect
helps.
dubs.
That
It does,
sometimes
man.
helps.
I like the 12 o'clock games, honestly. In Buffalo, it's a 1 p.m. game. They got the people that are at the game there. Nobody else is watching it unless you're a Western New York native. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, any other game or any other region is obviously not playing that game. So that's their chance to get right. Same with Joey B. They got a 12 o'clock game. They, Central Time, obviously, that is. And, his time to get back right. He's got a tough matchup with the Ravens, but,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
The
And
Ravens.
as I'm looking at it, the 3 top supposed teams, Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, all lost, and they all got games coming against teams that are 1-0. So it's not an easy slate for these teams. So
Oh,
this setback of week 1, it can get thrown into the overreaction pool. You can say this, say that, but at the end of the day, it's going to be rough sledding getting through some of these schedules.
Yeah.
I know the Bills specifically. I don't know the other 2 as deep, but it's not going to be easy, man. It's not going to be no free dubs. So we're going to see how that goes. I think another top matchup that I'm looking at is going to be that Jets Cowboys as well. That's going to be a solid game. You're looking at potential points against points, but the whole Zach Wilson thing does kind of throw that up in the air.
Mhm.
But as you've seen, they are obviously interested in getting veteran talent in the building. So who will that be? Who knows?
Tom
Might be
Brady?
somebody good. It will
No
not
way.
be
It's Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady. But I have been seeing some interesting names, and I'm definitely interested to see who ends up in that role. It might be Zach
Yeah.
Wilson. He might shake things up, and he might be all right. He's got weapons. So
He
as
was the
long as he
number
can
2
chill
pick.
out, he's got good weapons. They've built around that team pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they'll be solid. And then we got kind of two weird games, 2 weird matchups to me, following, the Sunday games and ending the weekend. You got the 6:15 game, you get the Saints at the Panthers, and then following that at 7:15, you get the Browns at the Steelers.
It's divisional games.
Yeah, no, I mean, tough matchups for them, important matchups for them, I guess,
Yeah.
but I wish we would have had a heavyweight up in there to finish off the week. But it is what
I
it
kind of
is, I
agree with
guess.
that.
It is what it is. But hey, so we're actually going to get into our last segment of the day, and this is going to be our 2-minute warning. This is going to be our last comments, remarks. What you got, Isaiah? What you got for the people?
Oh man, just first episode, week 1. It's been fun getting into it. More details, more insight on the league, on what we think is going on, and just our personal opinions. It's fun to talk with your college roommate, your good friend. So we're just looking forward to a couple.
I felt that
Yeah,
right here.
it's all love, baby. It's all love,
Show a little love. I
always.
like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I got my pick of the week, man. I got 2 of them. Of course, I got the Ravens at the Bengals. I'm gonna have to say the Ravens are gonna win. Don't want to get too much into it.
Pick
We'll
of the
leave it
week,
at that.
Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
Isaiah
and then
Santos.
Sunday night, Dolphins at the Patriots. You already know, Bryce. Already know, Patriots, brother. Patriots.
You think y'all are taking against
upset, playing at home again,
home against Tua? Can y'all take 400 yards though?
We've played Tyreek. We've handled him. We know what to do. We're a defensive team. We know what to do.
Yeah.
Find your best player and take him out.
You never know. Week 2, divisional matchup. Never know. I'm not gonna hate because I'll be the first one to say this, and it actually happened. So my pick of the week. My pick of the week, as interesting as your pick of the week was, I'm actually taking the Bengals over the Ravens. I think that Joey B is going to be back in the saddle the way that he should. He got that big bag. I think after this week 1 loss, the same as Josh Allen, I think they're kind of starting to feel that bag. It's getting a little heavy because, I mean, they got paid.
Yeah.
They got
People were
paid.
talking.
So there's no excuse. There's, it's the time is now, right? Like Dion says, we ain't coming no more.
100%.
We here.
We here. Hey, we're here.
We here.
I like that.
We here. So while y'all are here, if you're still here, go ahead and follow us at RedZone RoundUp. Me, Isaiah. Go ahead, follow us along the season. See what we got to talk about. Get in the comments, chirp a little bit, check us out. Let us know what's up. Go ahead, follow, subscribe, like, laugh, love, all the good things, all the good buttons. Press them all, and we'll catch you next week.
Absolutely, man. See y'all next week. And don't forget, cold kicks.
Cold Kicks. Check them out. Yes, sir. Adios.